Have you ever found yourself staring at a keepsake box? Or maybe you heard about an ex-partner who, even after the cruel discard, is still holding on to your favorite sweater, the letters you wrote, or that specific photo on their shelf. This situation creates a deafening noise in your mind. Human logic, based on empathy and genuine affection, suggests that we keep things from people we love because we miss them, because we value the memory, because that person was important. And this is exactly where you fall into the trap. When you discover that a narcissistic person has kept your belongings, the first reaction is doubt. Does he still have feelings? Was I, deep down, special? And is he suffering from my absence? This hope is the poison. The reality, which we need to face now, is much colder and more calculated. To the narcissistic mind, people are not autonomous beings, worthy of love. They are objects. They are sources of supply. And when the relationship ends, what remains are not fond memories. They are trophies. Imagine a hunter who hangs an animal's head on the wall. He doesn't do this because he loves the animal or misses the creature's life. He does it to remind himself of his capacity for conquest, domination, and power. The narcissist operates exactly like this. His house, his mind, his phone, all of it is a museum, a sanctuary dedicated to his own ego, where every object tells the story not of a love lived, but of a soul captured. Understanding. This hurts, but it's the pain that heals. Because as long as you think that stored object is a sign of hidden love, you will remain energetically tethered to him. Today, we are going to enter this macabre museum. We will classify and decode the 5 types of items the narcissist keeps as trophies of. Control, so you can look at them and no longer see love, but the raw, unadulterated pathology. My name is Lauren Mitchell. My purpose with this channel is to show you that the problem was never you, and more importantly, that you are not alone. The first type of object is, perhaps, the one that confuses the victim the most. We are talking about relics from the beginning, the love-bombing phase, the passionate letters you wrote declaring your undying love, the ticket stub from your first concert, the handmade gift you gave when you thought you had found your soulmate. Why would someone who devalued you, humiliated you, and discarded you hold onto proof of a love that he himself destroyed? The answer lies in the deep disconnect the narcissist has from his own identity. The narcissist knows, on a subconscious level, that he wears a mask. He knows that the charming persona from the beginning is not real. However, he desperately needs to believe that he is a good person, capable of being loved. These objects serve as tangible proof to himself, and to others, that he is adorable. When he looks at your letter full of compliments and devotion, he doesn't think about you or your feelings. He thinks, look how amazing I am. Look how much she loved me. I am this grandiose being worthy of such adoration. The object is a mirror that reflects his grandiosity, not yours. You are merely the author of the compliment. And now that you no longer serve a purpose, the compliment, the object, is disconnected from the source, you. Furthermore, these artifacts serve as a tool for historical gaslighting. If you, at any point, try to confront him or expose the abuse, he can pull out these objects as proof that the relationship was wonderful and that you are the unstable one who changed your mind. How can I be a monster if you wrote this to me? He keeps the object to rewrite the history in his favor, maintaining the narrative that he was the ideal partner and you, the ungrateful one. It is fundamental for you to understand. He doesn't keep the letter because he misses your handwriting or your sweet words. He keeps it because that letter is a document that attests to the validity of his mask. It is a good boyfriend certificate that he files away for future reference whenever his fragile self-esteem needs an external boost. If the first type of object appeals to the narcissist's vanity, the second appeals to his security and your terror. We now enter the dark territory of the vulnerability archive. Here we are not talking about cute gifts, but compromising material. Intimate photos, passwords you shared in moments of trust, screenshots of conversations where you vented about your family or your job, audio recordings where you are crying or shouting during a reactive argument, the infamous reactive abuse. The narcissistic mind is paranoid by nature. They live in a constant state of Cold War, anticipating attacks and betrayals, because that's how they operate and they project this onto the world. Keeping these items is an insurance policy. It is the guarantee that, if you try to destroy him socially, he has the nuclear button to destroy you first. But the function of this archive goes beyond explicit blackmail. Often, he doesn't even need to threaten to leak these things. The mere fact that you know he has these things keeps you compliant, quiet, and afraid. It is an invisible leash. You think twice before telling the truth to mutual friends. You hesitate to go fully no contact, all because there is that latent fear. What will he do with that? This control through fear is one of the most perverse forms of narcissistic supply. Knowing that he still occupies a space in your mind, a space of terror and anxiety, gives him a feeling of omnipotence. He owns your image, your reputation, and your secrets. For the narcissist, intimacy is not connection. It is data collection. Every moment of vulnerability you gave him was filed away not in his heart, but in a defense dossier. By keeping these archives, he feels he still has his hand on the steering wheel of your life, even if you are miles away. Have you ever noticed that, after the breakup, the narcissist suddenly starts displaying tastes, hobbies, or even clothes that were yours? Maybe he never cared about painting, but now he posts pictures with an easel you left there. Maybe he criticized your taste in music, but now his favorite band is the one you introduced him to. Or, more literally, he wears that exclusive sweatshirt of yours. This is the third type of trophy, the identity fragment. This happens due to the narcissist's lack of a solid self. They are chameleons, built from stolen pieces of the personalities of the people they associate with. During the relationship, he mirrored you to seduce you. Now, in the discard, he cannibalizes your traits, keeping and using your personal belongings, especially those related to your creativity, intellect, or unique style, is a form of appropriation. Psychologically, this is envy. The narcissist envies your capacity to feel, to create, to be authentic. Since he cannot generate these qualities internally, he steals the external symbols of them. By wearing your shirt or listening to your record, he is wearing your skin. He is trying to absorb the vitality you had and which he so coveted. For the victim, this is deeply violating. It feels like a soul theft. You see the person who destroyed you using the symbols of your essence as if they were his own, and he does this intentionally. If he knows you will see it, on social media or through friends, the pleasure is double. He appropriates your identity and, at the same time, hurts you by showing that he doesn't need you to have the cool things you brought into his life. He kept the best of you, the objects, the status, the tastes, and discarded the worst, your needs, your feelings. The fourth type of object is materially valuable, but emotionally devastating. Cars, expensive jewelry, high-end electronics, or even documents for shared assets, joint rental agreements, or debts charged to your credit card. The narcissist uses money and material goods as an extension of his physical body, keeping valuable objects that are yours or that were given to you under specific conditions. Use the car, but it's in my name. Creates what we call a financial anchor. The goal here is to prevent true no contact. As long as there is a material loose end, an expensive object that needs to be returned, a shared signature, he has an open door. He knows you cannot simply vanish if your work computer is at his house, or if he has the key to your car. These objects are held hostage. He will make the return bureaucratic. He will arrange to drop it off, and then not show up. He will say he lost it, and then found it. Every interaction to recover this item is an opportunity for him to extract supply, whether by witnessing your frustration, your anger, or your pleading. Furthermore, expensive gifts that he gave you and that you keep, or that he takes back, serve to sustain the narrative of the magnanimous provider. Look at everything I gave her, and she was ungrateful. The financial object transforms the human relationship into a commercial transaction where you always end up indebted. He keeps the receipt, literal or figurative, to collect on this emotional debt eternally. We arrive at the last and most theatrical type of object, the triangulation totem. Unlike the others, this object often has neither intrinsic, sentimental, nor financial value. It could be a forgotten earring, a lipstick, a piece of underwear, or a book. The value of this object lies in its strategic placement. The narcissist keeps your things so that the new source of supply finds them. Imagine the scene. He is already with someone else. He deliberately leaves a photo of you or something of yours in a visible place. The new victim finds it, gets jealous, feels insecure, and asks about you. Bingo. He got what he wanted. He can now talk about you, usually calling you crazy, who won't accept the breakup, and at the same time, make the new victim compete for his love, trying to surpass the ever-present ex. The reverse also happens. He keeps objects from the new victim, or from old lovers, for you, to see if you go to pick up your things. It is a macabre staging. The object is a supporting actor on a stage where the narcissist is the director, creating scripts of jealousy and rivalry between women who should, in reality, be united against his abuse. This object is proof that, to the narcissist, people are interchangeable. Your object serves to hurt the next one. The next one's object serves to hurt you. It is a cycle of triangulation where the physical object is just the detonator of the emotional explosion that feeds him. As we look at these 5 types of trophies, the message is crystal clear. There is no missing you. There is no regret. There is no love stored in those boxes and drawers. What exists is a desperate attempt to maintain control, to validate a false self-image, and to have ammunition for future conflicts. These objects, which once seemed to carry the energy of the relationship, now reveal themselves for what they truly are, empty shells. And here is your turning point. The power is not in the object. The power is in the reaction you have to it. As long as you look at that sweater he is wearing and feel like he stole a part of you, he wins. But the moment you understand that he is an actor wearing a costume because he has no personality of his own, the object loses its magic. If he has your photos, your secrets, your clothes, let him have the things. You are the source. You are the creator. You are the life. He only got the shadow, the still life, the true trophy, your essence. He never truly managed to possess, and that is why he needs to surround himself with material junk to pretend that he won. Do not fight for the objects if it cost you your peace. Do not negotiate with emotional terrorists over material possessions that can be regained. What he keeps says everything about his emptiness, and nothing about your value. Let his museum gather dust. Your life is happening out here, far from his display cases, free and real. Feel free to leave your account, your vent, or even a suggestion for a topic for the next video in the comments below. Access my ebook now through the link in the description. Click on the suggested video on the screen to stay with me, and remember, you are light. Never forget to shine.